All right, everybody, I am back with another quick and dirty game rules. This game here is called Color Brain. We have the Disney edition. There is a regular edition that's not Disney. I actually really enjoy this game. My kids love this game. It's a 4-player game, and it is extremely simple to learn and teach. My children, ages 7, 6, and 5. Sometimes we even play with our 3-year-old. This is a great game for them. Particularly the Disney edition we like simply because they can relate to that. They watch a lot of Disney shows. So this game is going to be based on your knowledge of whatever it is, right? In this case, we're talking about Disney movies and Disney characters. So we'll go ahead and dive into this one. Fairly simple. We've got 4-player game, and I don't know what age they tell you to play. Now they say this is a 2 to 20 player game, but they're talking about teams. There's really only 4. Again, this is actually one you could probably print your own version of this at home. I don't know if they've got one online, but if you don't want to jump to the store or you don't want to order that online, you can probably print your own version, create it pretty easily. The only cards we're dealing with are just different colors. So we're talking about the different colors in here and associating the colors to different pieces, different aspects of the game. So we'll go ahead and dive in here. Here's the rule book. It is that easy. Okay, there's nothing really on the back front. It is just this very, very easy game to learn and to share with your kids. You have a score pad that looks like this. I've had the joy of having one of my kids take it off the pad, and we've got individual sheets now. But we're scoring to 10. All right, so you've got 10 slots across the top. You're just going to fill those in till you get to the winner. You got 4 teams or 4 characters. I should do it this way so that they're right side up there. So you've got 4 different teams, 4 different players, and you're going to score to 10 points. Fairly simple with the cards. Now, we've only had this game here for a few days, but the cards are getting pretty worn. My kids really like this one. Each person is going to be dealt a hand of color cards. Everybody's hand will essentially be the same. Essentially, they are the same. All right, so I'm going to take all the Mickey cards, and we'll say that Mickey's my character, and I'll have all the colors. Rain pink, orange, green, red, gray, white, brown, purple, yellow, and I believe there's a black card in here as well. Black and blue. All right. So we've got, I believe that's 11 colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 colors to choose from. And you will also have a 12th card that is what we call a color catcher card. And this just basically this is going to eliminate 8 cards from another player's hand for an individual round or question. The way this is played is we've got a bunch of trivia cards here, and the answer to all the trivia cards is a color or a set of colors. And so if we look at something like this, we have here a Zootopia question. So this is going to be a trivia question about the movie Zootopia, and the question says, Judy's parking enforcement officer outfit vest. We're asking for 2 colors, all right? And so every team or every player is going to choose from their hand of colors the 2 colors that they believe is on her vest in the movie, right? And so you might pick orange and red, all right? But you're going to have those upside down. Everybody will reveal at the same time. You're going to flip all these over, and you will then flip this over to see the correct answer underneath. All right, so orange and red is the wrong answer. I get no points. However, whoever did get it correct, if any other players did guess orange and yellow, they get the number of points for however many people on the table got it wrong. All right, so if there's 4 players and 1 person gets it wrong, they're going to get 3 points. If there are 4 players and only 1 person got it wrong, each of the players that got it right will get 1 point. Now, in the case that nobody got it right, then nobody gets a point. In the case that everybody got it right, we just set it aside, and it becomes an extra point on the next hand. Now, If nobody gets the next hand right, then this card goes back. Nobody gets it. But if somebody gets it right, anybody that gets the next card right is going to get 1 additional point for this card. Fairly simple. You're playing to 10 points. Once you get to 10, game's over. This card here, that's the color catcher. Each team, each player is going to have one of these, and it eliminates 8 cards from whoever you'd like. Now, you play this on the person that has the most points currently in the game. And what it's going to do is it's going to eliminate 8 of their 11 cards for the next question. You have to play this on them before the question is revealed. So before the next card comes out, you're going to play this down and say, you know what, I'm going to take 8 of your cards. You're going to then choose at random 8 of their cards that they cannot use for this question. Obviously, that will hopefully that will stunt them from being able to gain a larger lead over you. But it only lasts for 1 turn, and only one of them is going to be played per turn. Be careful with that card too, because you only have 1. And so once you've used it, it's gone for the rest of the game. It can only be played on the person that has the highest score, who is currently in the lead. Beyond that, you can't just choose any player at random to play that on. But that is Color Brain Disney Edition. Again, if you've got trivia questions that are color-based trivia questions, you could probably print up a deck of these and do this at home. I wouldn't really recommend it because the game isn't expensive anyways. It's got a ton of questions in here for you, and really it can be a lot of fun. It's a cheap game. I believe we picked this up at Ross. So it's probably a couple years old now, but we picked it up at Ross. I think we got it for $8 or something like that. So inexpensive to have this game in your collection, but I would say it's worth it. This teaches children quite a bit about color coordination, about we've noticed that it helps our kids comprehend or really start thinking about the colors involved in every show or every movie they watch. Now, we notice that when they're watching things like Zootopia or Mickey Mouse or whatever show that they're watching, that they're paying attention to not just the movie, but also the colors that are going on in the movie. So, really, it's a fun game. I don't mind playing this with my 5-year-old. Frankly, my children beat me at this game the majority of the time because I don't watch a lot of the Disney movies with them. So it kind of levels the playing field. It puts us on an even playing ground. One of the things, though, that we have noticed is that some of these cards are movies that they haven't watched. If I go through these, some of these are older movies, and they just haven't watched Snow White, and maybe it's a classic we need to have them watch, but they haven't watched it yet, and so some of those questions come across, and maybe nobody knows it. We sometimes will go through and take these out if we know that the kids haven't watched them, because we want to encourage the movies that they have watched, that we want them to be able to score points on, and then it also helps us because we can then say, okay, they've never watched Snow White, or they've never watched Sleeping Beauty. Let's go back and watch that. We think it's a good movie to watch. Frankly, there's some of them in here that I've never watched either. So, fun game to play with the children. I would encourage you all to pick it up. Inexpensive, and you can get done. I mean, the game takes 10 minutes at most. So, have a lot of fun with this one. Feel free to correct me in the comments if I've said something wrong or read a rule wrong to you. But definitely pick this one up. It's called Color Brain. We have the Disney edition because we enjoy a lot of those Disney movies, and so that's what we've got here. Like, subscribe, share, click that bell if you want to see some more of my videos. Obviously, I go over the rules, but I try to do so in a quick and dirty manner so that you can get started playing the game and enjoying time with your family and getting familiar with these games. Take care.